how I made $4,277.36 in a weekend with Shopify and Zipify apps. What's up guys, Simon Crack here, and in this video I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to show you exactly how I made $4,277.36 in a weekend with Shopify and Zipify apps, and I'll explain all the apps I used to do it. Here is a call I did with Jeff from Zipify Apps. I hope you enjoy it.
Get set up here on the live. We have an awesome conversation we're going to talk about today. Simon recently rolled out a new product and had some really amazing results that we're going to be sharing with you today that basically use Zipify pages and one-click upsell, and he had some pretty good revenue generation for just a weekend. And we'll hear all about that, and we'll let Simon fill in all the details and take you through the process and everything. But I think before we kind of dive into that, what would probably be the best is, Simon, maybe tell everybody who you are, what your business is, just fill us in on the backstory.
Yeah, sure. So, my name's Simon. I sort of work for myself. I sort of trained graphic designer. So from school, I sort of got a job as a graphic designer. I enjoyed designing stuff, but I didn't enjoy working for someone else. So eventually, and kind of while I was working there, I was kind of working on my own sort of side hustle, and this is about 10 years ago now. And that was kind of my first sort of entrepreneurial endeavor, really. And this was, which I'm going to talk a little bit about today, was my magic website. So teaching people magic tricks. So that was always my passion as being like a kid. I used to love it, and that was kind of like what I learned. And so I decided to start a website teaching other people how to do magic tricks. And this was kind of like my first entrepreneurial venture.
Simon, were you on Rick Mulready's podcast by chance?
Don't think so.
Man, this story sounds super familiar. Maybe, okay, sorry, I didn't mean
I've been on a few.
Okay, I feel like I've heard your story somewhere. So before we started the Facebook Live, Simon was telling me that he's located in Scotland, and I believe that sounds really familiar. I don't know. Maybe I'm pulling.
I've been interviewed a few times from apps, because I do apps now as well. So
sure.
For a lot of app stuff. So yeah, could be
awesome.
Over there. But, so I sort of was doing that. And then my website was going good. So I left that job and just fully focused on the website. I worked on that for a few years, and then apps kind of started to come around, with the App Store and stuff. So I dived headfirst into creating iPhone games, Android games, and I've been doing that for the past 5-6 years now as well. Okay. Awesome. And so I kind of do both. But to be fair, I hadn't done much of the magic stuff for quite a few years. So this launch was, to a cold list who hadn't heard from me for like 5 years,
Okay, so, sure, yeah.
But so at the minute I now do apps, and I've branched out, start to do a few Shopify apps as well. But that's
okay,
me.
Awesome. So now that we've got kind of the backstory out of the way, do you want to share your screen and tell us what we're going to be going through today? Or I know you had some slides ready. I just don't know where they fall into what you're presenting. So
we can go and do that.
Cool. Well, I'll turn it over to you and kind of let you guide us through what you're going to be showing us today.
Cool. And if you've got any questions, you can either ask me at the end, or you can just ask me during, sort of thing.
Yeah, for sure. And then anybody who happens to be watching live, just type in any questions for Simon in the comments, or if you're watching this after the live is over, Simon, is it cool if they just type in the comments and then maybe
no problem.
Tag Simon in your comment so he sees that you've asked a question, and he can answer those for you.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cool.
Okie dokie. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Cool. Red. So this is kind of like my sort of app games logo, but it also, I kind of use it for other apps. It's really just my apps brand sort of thing. So I'm Dead Cool Apps. So a little bit about me. I kind of told you a little bit, but dead cool apps. We make games for iPhone, Android. So I've had 17 Apple features so far, 20 million downloads, and roughly 20 odd publishing deals. So that's kind of what I do for the app side of things. And then I've also got the freemagictricksforyou.com, which is my magic trick website where I teach people how to do magic.
Sure.
And sell products on there. Now, a few years ago, you could get away with just putting like Google ads on the website, and you could just make like a ton of money doing it that way. But nowadays it's more, create your own product, and then you kind of own your own customers, right? So the idea was recently connect a Shopify site, aspect to the website and sell my own products. So that was the idea. And obviously I came across Zipify pages because I'm no coder, for one. I can do some design, but but no deep coding or anything. So that's what really appealed to me for Zipify. My website is actually built with a website builder from like Solo Build It. It's called like Site Build It, where that's again drag and drop, very much like Zipify. So it was a really good fit, and I could see, Zipify looks similar, drag and drop, brilliant. So that's kind of what what I wanted to do. So the idea was,
and I just want to clarify before we go on. So we're going to be talking about something you launched on the Magic Store, is what it looks like. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Cool. And so you had said it was a cold audience that you hadn't really
I had emailed them, and also I'll mention sort of how I've created more more of a list, as I was doing it, sort of thing. So so what it was, awesome. I had a new Magic DVD that I wanted to sort of promote to, which I'd created. So the idea was free plus shipping Magic Trick DVD. Set up, like I say, with Zipify pages and one-click upsell on the back end. We generated $4,277.36 in a weekend, and OCU made $1,486.36 of that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So that was pretty cool. I was really, obviously I was pleased with that, and I'm going to go through kind of each step and what I did, really.
For sure.
So first of all, the product, literally just recorded some tricks with a camera, how to do them. And then I used iDVD to create the DVD itself.
Okay.
Then I used Kanaki.com for a print on demand. So I don't know if you've heard of them, but they're brilliant for printing on demand CDs, DVDs, kind of like Custom Cat for apparel. Well, they do solely CD and DVDs. And I know you might say, well, DVDs and CDs are a little bit sort of old, everything's going digital nowadays, but for my audience at least, they like to have a physical DVD that they can receive in the mail and watch and sort of learn. A lot of them are older customers, learning tricks for the grandchildren.
Sure.
And then maybe they're not so tech savvy with downloads and things like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, but I also did offer a digital download on the back end as a bonus anyway.
Okay, cool.
So this was the initial idea. So I had the DVD that I'd produced about a year ago, and I thought, I've got to launch this thing. So that was the initial premise. So this is how we did it. So we started pre-launch, which was, we were going to launch over a weekend. So the pre-launch started with a bit of list building. So we put some lead magnets on our website, literally enter your email address and receive a free ebook showing you how to do some tricks. Some people don't necessarily give their emails away like that. So we also put the ebooks up to download for free. You don't have to actually enter your email address. However, when they go to open up the ebook, it's password protected. And to get the password, they then have to sign up, enter their email address. So that's kind of like two ways of doing it. And then for the final thing we did, which we hadn't really tested before, but worked super well, was a GLEAM sweepstake. Now, I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's basically a competition that you can set up via GLEAM. You can do it free, or they do like a pro version, which only costs like 30, 40 bucks to actually collect email addresses, right? Okay. So I'll explain a little bit about that in a minute. So that worked really well. And obviously we used for our pre-launch page, a Zipify page, okay, for all the pre-launch material.
And what did like the pre-launch page kind of consist of, or like what was the content on the page?
I'll show you that in a minute.
Okay, perfect.
So yeah, so for the other, like I say, the other list building things are kind of, everyone knows that, you offer something and someone enters your email address, you send it to them. Everyone does it, right? So this is a little bit different, but it worked really well. I hadn't done it before. Basically, it's a competition where you offer up a prize. I decided to give away a $50 Amazon card. Okay. I set it up with GLEAM exactly as you see on the screen, where someone has to, first of all, they have to enter their email address to enter. Mm-hmm. Then to get more credits, like more tickets, you could kind of say, they can do things like follow you on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. And that gives you more entries into it?
Right.
Okay,
yeah, perfect. You on Twitter, share it with a friend. So basically, running this competition for a week gave me an extra 5,082 email list signups.
Wow, that's awesome.
And it got me a ton of likes, a ton of shares on my videos, and more followers as well. So all that really helped sort of to get the snowball rolling. And like I say, it's gleam.io. They offer a free version, which is quite cool. But if you pay, like I say, it's only literally, I think it's monthly, but you can, if you're just doing one, you can literally just pay a one-off and then just cancel it. And that did really well to collect all the emails and then put it straight to my Aweber account. So I've got all those guys, primed and ready. So that worked really well for that. So then we did a pre-launch page. So literally just set up a Zipify page to build buzz. And this was about a week before I was going to launch. Mm-hmm. So the idea of the pre-launch page was to build buzz. It's a product launch formula style setup where Jeff Walker talks about releasing a ton of free stuff over a set few days. So we released a free trick every 2 days over a week. So this built goodwill with all the guys, giving a ton of free stuff. And it's kind of like if they kept seeing all these cool tricks that I was showing them, and they were thinking, well, if his free stuff is this good, then what's he leading up to? And I didn't say, like, in these emails that I was selling in a DVD, I just said I've got a big project coming, just to build some excitement.
Before you move on, and I just forgot to ask while you were talking about adding the 5,000 new emails. How many people of that 5,000? How many of those were like already on your list, or were those just 5,000 in addition to whatever
new ones?
Okay, got it. And then did that also work for re-engaging your existing list that you hadn't reached out to for a few years?
Yeah. What did the sweepstake?
Yeah.
I didn't at first. I let it run by itself, but then towards the end, I added that sweepstake into the pre-launch page, actually.
Got it. Okay. Perfect.
But initially, I just let it run by itself just to gather, some other.
Okay. And then you sent all of those emails to this pre-launch, the pre-launch videos that you're showing?
Yep. Every 2 days. So every 2 days, new trick, send an email. The guys come through, land on this page, and they'd see the first video obviously on the page, and then it'd be like coming soon. So they could see that there was going to be some more videos.
Yep, totally. Building the anticipation and all that good stuff. Yep, okay.
So the videos, like I say, were also uploaded to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and especially on Facebook, I did the boost that you can do. Mm-hmm. So I did a few of those. With the link back to the pre-launch page, and I got quite a lot of views, thousands of views on each video. Obviously, some of these guys are clicking the link, they're signing up. So my like email subscriber notifications were going ping, 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 ping. I could see it was working, right?
Yeah,
so
that's awesome. Yeah,
it's cool. And obviously I added on the Zipify pre-launch page the Facebook comments plugin thing, and kept encouraging people to talk and leave comments and stuff. And in the end, I got about 100 comments, I think, and so it was all sort of pre-rolling well. So,
and speaking of comments, for anybody that's checking out the video now, if you have any questions for Simon, just type them into the comment box. I'll kind of be moderating that while he's going through everything. If you're watching after, just tag Simon in the comment box as well, and he'll swing back and answer your questions. All right, back to you, Simon.
Cool. Yeah, so all this pre-launch was designed to drip feed great new content, re-establishing relationship. Like I say, it was a super cold list. I hadn't mailed them for about 4 years. So it's kind of warm them up, and obviously to build the list more before launch, Facebook ads, GLEAM. So the actual launch, now I did, obviously you can choose which page you want to have as your main page, right, with Zipify. So I made sure to keep it the same, obviously URL, just to swap it over to the launch page. So it wasn't as if it was the same link. It'd been the same link from the beginning, which I feel is important. You don't want to then suddenly send out a completely different link to a different page when all the traffic you've been funneling is going to the other link, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So launch. So on the Friday, so we launched it on the Friday. I hit the switch, flipped it over to the actual sales page, right? Zipify sales page. So we used the timer that you got on there to create urgency. I set it from the Friday, and it was going to run out on the Monday. The sales page was, typical video at the top, long form sales page.
Did you use one of the templates or just create your own page?
Yeah, I used one of the templates and just modified it. I can't remember the exact one, but yeah, just used it, and then you can rip it off, can't you? And throw it. So yeah, this on the sales page, I made sure to include a ton of different bonuses as well, to create the hopefully irresistible offer. I also did split tests with your new split test feature, and that was really insightful. I tested a long video and a sales page. I tested a short video. So the long video, it was kind of a presentation for about 20 minutes of me describing, my story and this, that, and the other. The short video was literally, here's some tricks you can learn.
Got it.
And then I split tested just a video by itself. And the winner by a mile was the long video, which kind of I discussed, and like I say, my whole background story.
Yeah.
I thought people might switch off. I thought, maybe I'd bore people. But for whatever reason, that converted a lot better than the other two. So I knew, got my winner sort of thing.
Yeah.
But this was obviously tested over the course of the weekend sort of thing. And on each new email that I'd send out, I'd change it to the different one, and then check the metrics to see which one performed best.
Okay.
So the actual launch was set up as a kind of like a 4-day cash machine. If any guys have followed Frank Kern, he kind of I think he coined the term where you send an email on each day of the launch, basically, and you I think, well, that's a lot of emails, but people tend, when you're doing a launch like that, people tend to expect it. For one, and don't seem to mind. And the people that unsubscribe, then they're not really following you in the first place, and they're not probably going to ever buy from you in the first place. So, so it was, like I say, 4 emails sent over the weekend, Friday to Monday. I made sure to know that there was limited copies available. I said, well, we've got like, I don't know, 100, 200 copies or something, and this is going out to a list of thousands of people. So that was cleared. Like I say, included loads of bonuses, and it was a free plus shipping offer, and it was $9.97 for the shipping and handling.
Like I
say, I recorded a 20+ minute presentation, telling them a story, where I've been, what I've been up to, build rapport, and I actually gave away another trick on the actual presentation.
Okay.
So once the customer had purchased the free DVD, I offered them my other products as upsells with the OCU. So as soon as someone had clicked and purchased, I was offering them my older DVD for like 50% off, my Magic Trick CD that I had, and an ebook as well.
Okay. And this was like a bundle of these three, or these were each separate upsells?
These were separate, yeah.
Okay.
So as soon as you bought the DVD, you'd be offered the other DVD.
Yep.
If you took the other DVD, you'd then be offered the CD. And if you took the CD, you'd be offered the ebook.
Okay, perfect.
And so the whole lot, I think, came to about 50 or 60 bucks, you know, if someone bought the whole thing. And that worked well. So we also set up a post-purchase email sequence, you know, letting them know what to expect, when it was going to come, and just giving them like a few tips. Like I would send them an email and said, did you know that there's actually a QR code on the back? So when you get your DVD, if you scan it with your mobile, you get an extra free trick.
Okay,
and
cool.
Just little things like that, telling them about the product, getting them excited for it to.
Yep, just kind of engaging with them after they buy.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is all the stuff that I've kind of learned from Ezra and all these blog posts, right? So I just used all that stuff and threw it at it. He did a blog post about the abandoned cart email sequence. Brilliant. Sure. I used that. So I set that all up as well, you know, over a few days.
Yep.
And they get the link back to get their cart back. And then I did something interesting on day 5 or 6, where I literally just email them and say, look, you've not bought anything from me. How much do you want to pay for it? You tell me. And basically, if people come back and actually say a price that I can actually agree with, as long as it's not like $1, you know, it's like, come on, man, be serious. But if they can offer me as a serious price for what they want, and it's in my remit, then I'll give it to them.
So would they just respond, like reply to your email? Yeah,
literally just reply and say like, you know, I'll give you $30 for this, and you either take it or you don't.
Yep, for sure.
So that actually worked quite well. You know, for the guys that dropped off and were potentially abandoning. So the apps that I used were obviously Zipify pages for the content, the OCU for one-click upsells. Drift was really good because it's free for live chat support on the sales page. You know, people are reading through and they've got questions. A lot of people would, you know, send me messages and I could just reply on my phone, literally just go straight back to them. It's really good for answering stuff like that. The digital downloads app, which is the Shopify free one. So that was good for delivering the ebook. And Kanakify is my app for the print on demand side of things, because with Kanaki, when you make a sale on Shopify, really the boring bit is having to manually then go over to Kanaki and enter all the customers' details. Now, in the past, before, I've sold hundreds and hundreds of DVDs, and actually going through and spending 2 or 3 days entering all the customers' information into Kanaki was like a real pain. So I created a Shopify app called Kanakify, which basically automates it, right?
Yeah,
so
for sure.
Customer comes in, enters their details in Shopify. My app takes all their information, puts it straight into Kanaki, and as long as you've pre-funded your Kanaki account to make sure you've got to cover the distribution, you know, the production. Say you stick $100 in your Kanaki account, then it's all automatic. So as soon as you get a Shopify sale, Kanaki are printing your DVD and posting it to your customer. So
that's awesome.
So that was an app, like I say, I've just recently got built, and we've got a few users at the minute. It really depends on what you're selling. If you're a musician selling your music CDs, obviously sometimes people do digital downloads, but a lot of people like physical copies, so it works well for that. And like I say, I built it because I needed. There was nothing else. Like it,
absolutely.
You know? So and that's it really.
Okay, and then so once kind of all was said and done, what were the final totals again for basically all of your sales, upsells, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
And so what Simon just went through, $4,277 in a weekend. So in 4 days, because it was like an email a day for 4 days, right?
Right.
Okay, cool. That's fantastic. Yeah, congratulations on that, by the way.
Thanks very much.
My follow-up question, so now that you had that little launch for this DVD, do you have plans to evergreen it, or like what's the story now?
Yeah, so I didn't actually shut the offer off on the Monday. I just kept it.
Sure.
And a few sales came in during the week.
Okay.
You know, it was like a few, and then it sort of trickled out. Now, my plan is to test a couple of things, actually. I want to test running some Facebook ads to the offer.
Mm-hmm.
But I also want to test like an evergreen launch where the new subscribers that come to my website get offered the launch that I just did.
Yep.
Over and over again, you know, just to the new subscribers coming in.
Yep, absolutely.
So
I think that would work really well for you.
Yeah, I think that could work well. So yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, Simon, thanks so much for running us through your process. If anybody, is in a situation similar to Simon's, whether I don't think, you necessarily need to do this if you have a cold list, but like just getting started with a new product could even be like the exact same situation. This is a really good way to model something that's obviously been tested by not only Simon, but by a lot of folks in similar situations, that it just works. It's pretty easy. I mean, I shouldn't say easy. It's just, it's easier than people think to actually roll this out and get it rolling. So
yeah, you just got to have confidence in it, really, and just plan it out. And as long as you do that, then when I launched, it was like about 5 minutes. I was thinking, no one's buying, and you think you start getting nervous, right? And then just all of a sudden, it was like ping, 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 and you're just getting these Shopify pings, and it was just like constant throughout like a few days and that. And it was just, it's a great feeling. You're just like,
it's so addicting.
Yeah, very much so. It's like magic. But even if you haven't got a list, just doing a GLEAM giveaway pulled in 5,000 email subscribers that you could potentially then do your sale to. So
absolutely. Well, Simon, thanks so much for running us through that. And again, if anybody has any questions for you, just tag Simon Crack in the comments of this video or in the Facebook group, and he'll swing back and clarify anything that you need clarification on. Simon, thanks so much for sharing today.
No worries. Thanks for having me. Hey, I hope you liked that video. All the apps I used, including a free trial of Shopify, are in the description below. If you have any comments, just hit me up below and I'll answer them for you. If you like this video and want to see more of this type of stuff, then hit the like and subscribe.